Good morning, St. Francis, and good morning, people of God. It is Wednesday, the 11th day of October, 2023, Wednesday of the 27th week of the year, the 27th week in Ordinary Time. I'm in the breezeway between the church over here and our fellowship hall, Clare Hall, right over here on this side, getting ready because it is Wednesday. It is time for Community Mass, and so I forget which grade has it today, but soon TFS will be coming over here. We will also be joined today by our threes, fours and fives, those grades from the preschool. And if you look, you can see through the windows over there, our preschool is, the early arrivals are already beginning. They're kind of morning exercises and things like that happen in the lobby before Fellowship Hall over there. So people begin to arrive for preschool here at around this time. And we're getting ready again, like I said, for Community Mass for this Wednesday of the 11th, Wednesday of the 27th week of the year. It is October 11th. Our readings today, we continue the story of Jonah, and Jonah who basically can't make up his mind. You know, does he want God to be fierce and terrible and awful, or does he want God to be merciful and just? And again, why does he flee to Tarshish, or flee to that boat that then has the storm and he gets thrown overboard and gets eaten by the whale and things like that? It's because basically he doesn't want. I am doing my little video thingies. Do you see that? Where are you? There you are. There you are. Look at those peoples. Look at those peoples. Look at those peoples. So Jonah flees because he's afraid of Nineveh, but then he's also afraid because he says that God is merciful and just. And so he wants the people to be punished in Nineveh, but he knows that God is merciful and that God might not do it. And so when God doesn't do it, Jonah becomes angry. And then basically God says, Jonah, you get angry at all kinds of ridiculous things. Stop being angry at all the stupid things that you have no right to be angry over. And again, he does this whole thing where there's a tree that gives him shade and then the tree dies. And it's like, why are you angry at this tree? Because you didn't plant it. You didn't do anything. It just sprung up on its own and then it died on its own. And those are the kinds of things that happen in life. To find, God's love and God's mercy and God's care for people and for everything. That's what Jesus said. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And so to find God in the midst of all of that is what is important. And not to wish for condemnations and destructions when there isn't a God who wants to do that. Stop fighting a God who wants to love and to care for people, and stop hoping for a God who wants to bring harm and destruction upon people. Again, an important thing to sort of remember and to think about, especially with the troubles that are happening currently within Palestine, the Holy Land. The Gospel today, we have Luke's interpretation of the Our Father, which is very short. It's very cut and dry. Again, we use Matthew's remembrance of the Lord's Prayer at Mass, but Luke's is basically, it's kind of just the same thing. And it's basically, just, you are holy God, your will be done. Give us what we need to survive in this world. And basically don't help us to forgive others and be forgiven ourselves. The last part of it is always interesting because it is in Matthew's Gospel, when he talks about the Our Father, but it gets kind of hidden among other things that are going on because it's part of Matthew's Sermon on the Mount, and this is basically just Jesus kind of comes up with this, as he's walking around Galilee. But it's that last line: do not let us experience, or do not let us be led into the final test. That's that whole idea about delivering from evil and kinds of things like that. It's what is this final test? Well, this final test is basically that at the end of history, at the end of time, there is supposed to be this great period of woes, and that basically the apostles, or Jesus is asking for people to basically hope that they will not experience, this time of woe. Now, again, this is what ancient people thought. It's what ancient Jewish people thought a lot of times about what it is that they were going to experience. Is it true? Is it not? Again, a God who loves and a God who cares about everybody is a God basically who's not going to want anybody to experience woes, experience pain. So already there's kind of this sort of guarantee that's already there. Again, a God who can make sure that Nineveh, this terrible, awful city where God says to Noah, the people don't know their right hand from their left hand. If God can care about them, God can certainly care about all people, who are going to be experiencing any kinds of woes, any kinds of pain, any kinds of fear and distress and suffering in their lives. We just have to trust always that our God will care and will never stop caring for us. A blessed day, St. Francis and people of God, and may the Lord give you his peace. And there goes some of our preschoolers. They're going another way. Okay.